Hi, I'm Nate Moore. This is Excel video 86. Remember last time we talked about automatically updating charts, and we needed three things to make that work. We needed this offset function right here. We needed the formulas. We needed the name manager to work. And then the third thing we needed is when we set up the chart design, select the data has to say build. We have to set up the range here, these series values, as the name of the sheet, which I've called rows, and build charges. Let's work on the first two pieces of this first. Offset's pretty complicated, so we'll start with the other two. To set up named formulas, in here you go to formulas and the name manager, or you can just define a name. Let's create this cell right here. This is a test, and if you want to name it, you can just go to define name, and we're going to call this define name Nate. And then the next question wants to know is what's the scope of this name? How many places is this name valid? Is it valid in the entire Excel workbook, or is it only valid in a certain sheet? And so what we're trying to do is limit so that if you have, say, two areas of your worksheet that are called build charges, one on this tab, one on that tab, we can put it the build charges name so it's on the scope, or it's only valid on this worksheet, or in the whole workbook. That's what this scope thing does. So I'm saying, well, it's only going to be valid in my rows spreadsheet, in my rows tab, because that's the only place I'm going to use this test called Nate. And it wants, you can put a comment here to remind you if you need it, and it says, what does it refer to? Well, I'm going to make it refer to rows, which is again the name of my sheet, K8. So it goes K8 and said, look, that's what Nate is. And if you click OK, you can come back over here to the name manager, and what we ought to do is let's sort by scope so that we can find, there's rows, there's build charges, there's the real one, and there's Nate. When you're done with it, you can delete it. Yeah, I'm sure. And if you look at the build charges, the real one, you'll see that the name is build charges. I typically on these things won't put a space in there. If you put a space, then you've got to add quotes. It's easier just to do these names without a space in the name. Since I've already set it up, it's limited to my sheet or my tab that's called rows. And here's the offset formula that we're going to get to next time. Once we're familiar with this name manager, it's in the formulas tab. Then what you do, we're going to kill that now, is you come over to your chart, you go to design, and when you go to select data, I am going to let's edit this and screw it up, and I'll show you how it works. Right now it knows that it's this, but if let's just highlight this, and instead of making this say build charges, we're going to make it say B2 to B7. Excel will take that all day long and nothing changes. Everything looks fine until you add something new and it dies, because we don't have that automatically updating name build charges like we did before. So what we're going to do, well, let's leave that in there, and we'll make sure we do it right when the 545-102 shows up in July. What we're going to do is we're going to highlight our chart again, go to the design tab, go to select data. We're going to edit the name build charges, and we're saying no, you are not B2 to B7. We're going to leave that rows. The name of the tab is still rows. Well, we're going to put build charges right there. Click OK and click OK, and now the 545-102 is back. So that's two of the three pieces to the puzzle you need to have. Offset's the toughest of the three pieces. We'll devote the next Excel video to that, and we'll go through this example down here. But the first two pieces are, come over here, we need to go to the formulas menu and use name manager. There's a whole bunch of names in here. You can add new ones. You can, where's the one for ours? Where's build charges? You can edit existing ones, or you can delete them. And when you edit them, the other thing we'll look at next time is here is the definition. Here's the offset formula that makes this work. And you'll see I've got it copied down here. We'll walk through each of these pieces in the next Excel video. Formulas and name manager. The other thing, once the name's defined and set up right, then we go to chart, highlight the chart to get chart tools, design, select data, and then we're going to make this build charges, when we edit it, use the name that's in name manager, that build charges. There's two of the three pieces to the puzzle. Stay tuned next time. We're going to walk through what this offset formula means, what it does. There's 5 parts to it, what each of the 5 parts do, and start working through some examples. Hope that was helpful for you. Thanks for watching.